Hi, my name is Alex. I will show you how we work with our companies, our clients, and how we help them to improve all areas of business and compete with large operators. So let's start with a presentation that I prepared, and let's go through all the steps of it. So the topic of that presentation of today's webinar is how to build a modern ISP, grow 2 times in 1 year, win the competition, and achieve these great results. So I will share my experience on how we do it, how we see how other guys and companies compete, how they beat large operators. Let's start from the first example. Here you can see the case study that we have. So this is the case study of Fetal Network. This is the company that is growing very rapidly. So they connect at least 1,000 subscribers a year, and they compete in Catalonia, in Spain, which is Western Europe, and high competition, but they compete with fiber networks. So they build fiber networks in their city. They compete with large operators, and so they had a wireless network before. So what they did is that decided to build a fiber network, and but they were struggling because their platform, the software was not good enough to support their rapid growth. So they were not getting everything in one place, and they also had certain requirements to access the system through API and create own modules, because their CTO, Paul, which is here on that video with me, he does a lot of things himself, and he wants to control the system. He wants to really match it to the processes that he built, and he knows that that will work fine. So he was not happy with the software, and then he decided to switch around 1.5 years ago. They decided to switch to SPLYNX. So they built a fiber network that they were struggling in connecting new clients rapidly, struggling in optimizing their work, so that a lot of things were not that good as they wanted to have. And after the change, the feedback of Paul here is that our software SPLYNX made the daily tasks easily and visible. So everything is on one page or on several pages that you can see what's happening. You can see that here are my tickets, here are my support tasks, here are my deployment tasks, installations, all the things, billing, invoices, everything is in one place. And he says that field engineers is very easy to control now and to manage their work with their calendars. So this is an example of the company that was not a startup where we started to work together. They were established, they worked for around 2-3 years already, but they were struggling in the very rapid growth. So they wanted to grow quickly, but the processes were not good enough. So when we helped them to improve their processes, we helped them also to improve their network, to add some new elements to that to improve redundancy. And then after this, the company grew really rapidly, and they are beating their competitors. They are beating large enterprises that provide fiber networks in the same city and the region. They really beat them, and these guys are actually #1 in the Red Mar city where they live. So it's like a city of 50,000 people, but also there are around small villages. And this company is right now #1 fiber provider in this area, because they did things correctly. Okay, let's go to the second case study, to the second example, and the company that is there. So I think this one is the second company. It's a wireless nation from New Zealand, completely different environment, completely different country and continent. And this is a well-established company. So if we talk about Fetal Network, is the company who was, like, when they started to work with us, they had around 8-7 people in the company. Now they have 15, and this company is bigger. So this company has thousands of subscribers. They are well established. It's one of leading internet providers, I mean rural internet providers and alternative internet providers and voice providers in New Zealand. So this company was already established. They had own developers that designed the platform that they were using. These guys, you see that there is Andy and Tom, the manager and owner of the company. They are really good in management. So they know what they do. They know how to manage people, how to set up the processes, how to improve all the things continuously. And they had own platform that they just created for them, for their needs. And they were running this platform for ages. And the main concern was that this platform they had to maintain. And when it was growing, it was slowing down the operations. They had to maintain and develop it. So they had to focus on something what is really not their business. Their business is connect people to bring the voice services, internet services, satellite services, and connect guys, connect people, connect companies to internet. And they had to develop own platform. So one day they decided that they will get rid of this business, get rid of this work. And also they had to, if developer changes and if the developer leaves the company, they need to find a new one and also explain him what they need. So that's quite difficult. It's quite not that easy to maintain that stuff. So what they did is that they, first of all, they reduced costs on the software development because they don't have to pay the expensive developers in-house the salary. They can work with a professional company that bring them the solution. And what they say is, look, you can see on that screen that one of the key aspects of their management software, and in certain time they decided to switch to the commercial. We worked with them for 44 months to develop additional modules. And this is one of the main features, let's say, really advantages that SPLYNX has. We call it ISP framework because it allows us to create additional connectors to third-party apps. It allows us to change the things. We have a webhooks logic. We have a radius authentication, radius server that is our own. We develop it. We can connect to ACS service and services. We can connect to APIs of MikroTik or other equipment. And if the company is already on that level that they know what they need and they are willing to pay for that, they know that that makes sense to pay for this because that will save a lot of time. So what we do is we deliver the solution as a custom project. So we work on the custom project with this company for around 4 months before we even launched. They paid us for this development, and then we launched, we set up the billing for them, we imported tickets, we did everything for them to move them completely from their proprietary solution to SPLYNX solution. And now we are working with them already for several times. And so these guys, they gave us quite positive feedback, but we do a lot of support. We work a lot of, we spend a lot of time with supporting this client, especially in this first month of deployment. You see, so that's a different situation that comparing to FITAL. The FITAL had to establish the processes. These people, they already had the processes and they switched to our solution. And what gives us and what gives me really good opportunity is to learn from them also. So you see, this is a successful company who built the company, the people who built the company from scratch, and they are competing with large operators. They are one of the biggest privately owned enterprises, internet providers in New Zealand. And we are learning also from them, from their approaches, and bring these approaches to SPLYNX, to the SPLYNX platform, to the SPLYNX processes, and to our business, to our team. And another example, there is a person, our good client, James from Manchester, from England, and he is a smaller company. So it's not a startup, but this is the company that has less users than FITAL and than Wireless Nation. And this is the company where James does a lot of work himself as well. So he's not just managing people, but he also does some of the jobs like network management and the business himself. And what he wrote us, that I just had a chat with him last week, few days ago, he said that, Alex, I found that using your software has totally changed my business. It freed up my time and streamlined many processes for us. So it means that now he doesn't have to do the tedious job himself. He can really dedicate and focus his time on the certain things that make sense to improve his business, to not spend his time on something that doesn't make sense, or something that can be automated. Okay, so what they had before they started to work with us, they had custom built PHP MySQL system, and it didn't redevelop, so they had to change it, and they made a decision to look for a commercial platform. They tested different platforms, and what they liked in our team is that we are good in communication, and we offered help where others were not able. So this is like a good feedback for me to understand that we work well here, or worked well with this client well, and support. So SPLYNX has exceeded their expectation and reduced customer tickets and queries. So that's as important. If you have a lot of queries and the customers are overloading your support, and then if you achieve that, this is much lower, so you can focus on connecting new clients. You can focus on growing and competing with other big guys, with the big providers. Okay, you see that I gave you example of 3 case studies. I have many other case studies on the website. You can watch these videos that are on the page, but I will also mention other case studies that are from other regions in this presentation, in this webinar. Let's go to the next slide, where who this software is for, who this platform is for, and who our company can work with. So this is how you can see. There are the guys on this picture. These guys, they own companies, so they are managers. So the one guy is technical manager. He runs the business. He has several guys under his in his team, and he runs the technical part of the business. The second guy is running the whole business, and they have established company with 10,000 subscribers, 20,000, 50,000 subscribers, or 5,000 or 1,000 subscribers. Okay, these guys do more management work, and they need to optimize the processes. They need to track everything, to manage everything efficiently, and improve every single point of their business, every single area of their business. This is what SPLYNX is for these guys, but also SPLYNX is for that guys. People who just started their business, they are starting up, or they have few hundreds of subscribers. They do installations still themselves. They climb on the high sites. They climb on the roofs, installing antennas, installing fiber, and they want to automate as much as possible. Our software and our team can help these people to work better, much more efficient, the same way how James from Manchester is now working. The core concept of the services that we provide. So first of all, there are 3 main, let's say, steps or areas. In order to grow 2 times a year, to beat competitors, or deliver awesome support, first of all, you need to find a niche market where you will operate. If you are internet or voice provider, it's the most important thing. So I will show the example. For example, if you start doing business in Czech Republic, where we stay, or you start doing business in Spain, where we have an office as well, there is a big difference even in these countries, even if they are in the same region and European Union. So this is very important. And also it's important if you provide services in Barcelona, or if you provide services 150 kilometers far from Barcelona. You must understand what plans you can provide to your clients, what technology to use. This mix of understanding the market, understanding the client, understanding the demand is crucial. So this is something what is really important. We can help to understand that. We can share experience with other companies, how they work with, because we work with 400 clients already, and I work with over 1,000 internet providers in different countries. So we have experience, we can help with that, but still it's up on you. You make the decision to start this business. So this is your movement and your main idea and your decision. Niche is everything. When you have a niche, many people fail because however they find a niche, they cannot manage the thing. So this is quite tedious job to define the processes, to set up all the processes, work correctly, to control them, to check everything, and to optimize, to improve. And every single day, you know, like the Japanese guys do when they do this karate and when they do judo. So they want to be better and better every single day. And the whole Japanese culture is about it. It's like a kaizen. They want to become better and better, even if they clean the houses or they make sushi. So this is the whole point of their mentality. And this is the whole point actually of every business. So if you want to become really cool and really competitive and beat large internet providers, you must have correct processes in place. You must use the right software, and you must have the right people in the right positions. Sounds easy, but really difficult to achieve. But we are the best option to help you to achieve that, to set the correct processes with the right tools and grow quickly to win the competition. Then you can sell your business. Many of guys that I know from internet providing and voice providing companies, they sold it out to big, to large enterprises. But many others, they do not. They just profit from that. They are super happy that they deliver awesome service and they have many customers in their region. I will tell you about myself, just the background of me. I started my own WISP in Czech Republic in 2005. So I'm in networking from 2002. I really was configuring first asterisk boxes. I was touching first Cisco devices. And there was almost no internet in Europe. It was just starting. So I started when everything started also. I worked as a network architect. I worked as a project manager, combined these two things. I was learning a lot of technical things. I was teaching people as well. And right now I'm managing a 30-member team. In my company, in SPLYNX.com, we have 30 members, developers, support guys, salespeople, and we are growing. I think next year it will be more. And what I do for 3 years, I manage all these people, and I also speak a lot with my clients. I got experience from them. As I said, we have around 400 companies that use SPLYNX right now. But I founded my first business that was related to ISP in 2009. That was providing services to ISP, and we grew from $0 to $500,000 US in 2 years. SPLYNX, we grew from zero, it was a startup, to 1 million per year in 3 years. So you see that I got results that I think can prove that my management skills are not that bad. And so I can help to other people to improve their things and also to deliver and to get good results and great results and awesome results. You can see that's what I was talking about, that I was a networking architect, not only the business guy who sells the software and who does that. So I was building the fiber networks, GPON. Here on the photo, I'm on the Hillbrow Tower in Johannesburg, which is around like over 200 meters high, one of the highest buildings in the whole Africa. And we were installing wireless antennas there. I was a core network engineer, the whole network architect. That I designed the networks in South Africa, in Czech Republic, in Russia, in Ukraine, many companies. And this, as you can see, that what I started to do when I was a bit younger. But then I switched to management and now I do only the management. But I also participate as a speaker on different conferences. So in this 2019, I was in Wapalooza in South Africa. I participate in conferences in Czech Republic. My good friend who managed it is owner of the ISP Forum, CZ. My good friend is also a customer of mine, is from Ukraine. They have ukos.net, Ukrainian conference of telecommunication operators. I like this place. And I did also presentations there. And every year I try to have at least one presentation on MikroTik conferences in different places where they organize it, usually in Europe. Here you can see that from my presentations, you can find videos on YouTube. MikroTik bandwidth management, where I describe the queuing of MikroTik, MPLS presentation, because I built a lot of MPLS networks, BGP networks on different equipment, Juniper, Cisco, MikroTik. And then I have also a presentation about IPv6 deployment. It was in 2011 in Ukraine. And I was also teaching people MikroTik Ubiquity from 2014, but that really took me only maybe 1 year. Then I switched fully to SPLYNX, where I started to manage the whole company on a full basis every day. So again, let's quickly just discuss deeper these 3 points that I mentioned before, that what is important for you to become successful internet provider, according to my experience. The most important is, of course, to find the niche. So if you do not find your niche, or you find the incorrect, not good niche, so anything that will, like processes, software management skills, will not be good for you. So you'll be just fighting with that and spending a lot of efforts and time, and then you'll be upset that you do not have any profit or very low profit. One example of comparing niches. I live in Czech Republic and I spent some time in Spain. I have clients in both countries and I speak a lot with these clients. And what we found that it's obvious that ARPU, average revenue per user, in Czech Republic is very low. So it's around 10 euro per user. Doesn't matter if you're on fiber or you are on the wireless. Of course, I'm not speaking about Prague, where the income is higher, but if we go to rural zones, to smaller cities, then it's to smaller cities, also not the smallest, but just not the capitals, then it will be 10 euro per client. But if we speak about Spain, then you can see that the average revenue per user is around 30 euro. It can go up also in some companies, depends what kind of services they provide, but it's at least 30 euros. So it's a 3 times higher with the same investments and the same approach and the same efforts. You can see that is Spain. So in Czech Republic, why the revenue is so low? Because we have 1,000 internet providers in 10 million country. So that's high competition area, and also this is one of and big providers. They all were pushing down the prices for a long time. But Spain is #1 in FTTH growth. So if I want to start my company there, and if I want to grow, I must take this in consideration. So it means that big guys, they put fiber everywhere they can. But what can help me is that this country is open for middle mile, and I can use large ISP infrastructure because the government ensures that they will give me access there. So the government supports connection to internet, supports smaller providers as well. The example of that is, for example, I have a Charge Alberta, which is a CHOC called in Catalonia. I can use their infrastructure, the middle mile infrastructure, on the open, and I can share it. It's a fair access to everyone, to any company. So if I want to work in Spain, I have to work now, because the big guys, they are putting already fiber everywhere, but still there are a lot of space in the small towns. So we see small towns below 5,000 people. It's still not covered by fiber by all the big guys. So there is a still place for me, or still place for you, to build your fiber, or to build your wireless, or to start with wireless and then bring the fiber. Depends on the location, depends on the situation. So that's the niche. So that's the example of how you guys should choose the niche. Okay, the niche is something what I really cannot help you to say, okay, choose that one. But we can at least consult you, we can discuss it, we can share our experience with you in that area. But this is the most important. Okay, when you have found your niche and you say, good, I have really good feeling about that, and now you start to connect your clients, you work well, maybe you are already established and you work for a few years there. Are your processes good enough? Let's ask these questions to yourself. Can you manage your sales orders, connections sufficiently, really quickly, like the big guys do it? Can you set the billing correctly, charge your clients immediately in the right form? Do you track your installs, repairs? Is it everything optimized? Is your network working well? Is it automatic? Is it redundant? You don't lose money in inefficient inventory items. All these questions are like in the processes, setting up the right processes, setting up the right agreements inside the company, how everything this will work. And when you set these processes, of course, you must use the right tools, like a Salesforce. I don't know who uses Salesforce for that, but like a Freshdesk, Zendesk, FreeRadius, Radius Manager, Ubiquiti, QuickBooks, all this stuff is used everywhere by my clients. I saw it, and many companies, they use 3-4 tools, and then they just jump between these tools, and this is losing of time and money, actually. So what I suggest to do is to take a look on our solution of SPLYNX and give us a chance to show you how this stuff can be just managed in one platform, all the processes that you have. Okay, how we do it? We do it in several steps. We do deployment of our software, we do configuration of the processes together with our clients in several steps. The first one, for example, we define managing the sales orders and connections. So how customers are added to your network. Do you use coverage maps? Do you allow self-registration on your website? And the most important is, okay, if even you don't use that, but you don't have to lose your leads, you need to track them. If you react quickly, you need to analyze how quickly you react with that. You need to have all information about communication with your potential clients. And then you need to organize your teams to connect these guys quickly. Okay, to connect companies, to connect clients quickly. This is what we do in the first step when we start to work with a client. We help them to improve this area. Case study is the Wireless Nation. So this company, they had everything improved already. As I said, this was an established company that was working for many years already, and they had everything that configured well. What we did, we just came there and removed their old platform and connected all this stuff to our new platform. So they have coverage maps, which are important that client understand that the company can connect him. Then they have sign up form. And the sign up form here is immediately allows you to pay. So they even connected it with a payment gateway and credit card. So the client, when he wants to connect to some wireless and like a mobile network, so he pays immediately. No, he doesn't have to get the invoice, whatever. So he prepays his service, he got the activation in a few days. And then you can see when the client registers himself, there is a below, there is a ticket that was created. And then, of course, there is also CRM fields, so the clients that were added. And they track all the communication with clients on emails, on tickets. So these guys, this company, they do connection of clients or processing of the orders very well. And then they just put and create all the scheduling tasks. So new customers, all the changes they have in one list or in different projects, and then you can see there is like they have a checklist, and this is everything is in one system. It's in our system. It's in SPLYNX, so it's a scheduler of SPLYNX as the task management inside SPLYNX, and this is related to the leads that they connect. And then they convert the leads to the customers, and all information about this company, this client, particular user, everything is in one place. So that was the first step. When we do have all the stuff done, then we go to the next, which is the second step. Second step is we set billing, payments, and accounting. We need to charge the client correctly. If he pays recurring 1 month, 3 months, we need to charge him correctly. We need to also connect to the voice platforms, grab the voice calls, charge for one-time services, charge for IPTV, charge for usage of internet if it is related to your business. And we need to get the payments via different channels. And the last step, when you do all this in your billing platform, it will be awesome if you can export it to accounting platform. So we deliver all these things, we can deliver it to our clients. Example of case study is Fetal Network, the company that I shown before in the first slide. You can see that this company, they had a need to separate recurring customers and the prepaid customer. Because there are many clients, they are in Spain, in the coast of Spain, and it means that many customers came to this coast seasonally. So they live there for 3 months and they came back to England or to Germany, but they have own flats there. So these companies didn't want to pay in recurring basis. They wanted to pay always on a prepaid, and that's what SPLYNX allows to do. We have 3 billing engines. We have the prepaid daily, we have a prepaid per month or per week, and we have a recurring engine. So this is what this company, Fetal Network, benefit from. Also for them was crucial to get direct debit payments, which we support by default, go cardless, or it was a bank connection to SEPA, which is the format for direct debits in Spain. And then they wanted to export all this stuff to accounting platform because they track their payrolls, all the taxes inside accounting platform. They wanted to have this information there. So what their accountant had to do is to copy manually all the invoices to accounting platform every month. So this is what they did before. We brought them connection to hold that accounting platform, which we support. So if you guys are now listening me and you are from Spain, so we can export all invoices, all your billing information from our platform to Hold It Accounting. So holdit.com, it's an awesome accounting platform, cloud-based, better than QuickBooks and all this really, really nice platform. And we have integration with that. So we can help you to send out all accounting data there. And this is an example. Here you can see that we charge the CDR calls, so the voice is in one place together with the internet and the custom services in one time. Then you can see we set correct PDF for the company because they wanted to have customized PDF in Spanish with their fields. So we set it up for them, and then we exported everything. So the screen below is from accounting platform. So this chart about this is their growth of the revenue without, of course, any numbers. I'm not showing any numbers there, but we exported that for 1 year already. We are exporting out this accounting information, and they are super happy. When we have 2 steps done, like my sales is working fine, I'm connecting clients in time, I bill them, we need to automate my network also. And as I said, you saw my pictures, my presentations. I spend a lot of time with working in networking, and we have engineers and support engineers who are also interested in that. So we do a lot of things in the networking fields. Radius server is our own Radius server. So if you are looking for a really stable and really flexible Radius server, so this is the option to work with us. And when you automate your network, you need to do the authentication of customers, of subscribers, block non-paying guys, control bandwidth, fair user policy, contentions, understand what happens inside your network with weather maps, make central backups of your equipment. And what is very important for some of our clients is have third-party system integration API. We have integration with the LTE platforms. We have integration with the LTE providers through API. We have made integrations with satellite providers and the satellite boxes. Also, we did the IPTV deployments. SPLYNX can manage some IPTV boxes. And we did a lot of custom projects with this API integration. So when you do the API integration, it's not enough to have a PHP developer or Python developer. You need to have a developer who really has experience, not only in the REST APIs, but also in the networking very often. So this is what we have, and our team of developers are very experienced, and they have experience in that area. So they know how to connect APIs. They don't work with WordPress. They work with Cisco. They work with Junipers. They work with LTE stuff, with all that ETC, all these big companies, big systems. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Example is case study is a Skywire technology. This is the company in South Africa, and this company, they use our platform for network optimization. So they build the weather maps showing their topology. They have plenty of towers, hundreds of towers, and they built weather maps to display backbone links, fiber links, their usage, and how good they work. So here you can see there is like some kind of charts showing how everything works. And then they have IP address management. They have bandwidth control, central bandwidth control. That's everything in one. And the company improved a lot their management of the network and provisioning of the network this way. When you have all this stuff, all the steps done, and all the areas are working fine, and you are continuously improving these areas, then also it's important for you to provide good support. I spend a lot of time with my support department to analyze tickets, to analyze answers, to prepare good solutions to how to resolve the problems, to teach my people, and every single ISP should do the same. And this is the result what we have, for example, as a company that pays attention and support. So we spend a lot of efforts in improving our support. And this is half of, or even more than half, feedbacks are related to support. You see, provided fast support, brilliant support, excellent integration, and awesome support. So that's very important for us, is to build the support, and we help to our clients to build also world-class support. How we do it, we use our own tickets. You don't have to use Zendesk, Freshdesk. Why? Because we have already there everything. Everything what these companies they offer, we also integrated. Email integration, whatever you need. So Teams, assignments, incoming email parsing, and what is the most important, that it is connected to your customer database. It's not just a simple ticket that is created inside the system and saying, okay, this is the ticket, but nobody cares. No, it's a full communication with the client, in tracking of the communication with client and storing this in history. So you know what customer was complaining about. We do use this tool in our business, and we help you to set it up in your business as well. So here is an example, Wireless Nation. They have like 100 tickets per day sometimes, but they do not track only incidents. It's not incidents. So this is new deployments, new requests, changes requests, everything is saved inside tickets, and they can track and work with that tickets. They have different departments, different types of tickets. They are automatically assigned to the people. Everything is done and set up automatically and very efficient. Okay, how you can achieve this to work well? Work hard and do it your own way. Everyone, so you already probably have your ISP and you work to improving all these areas. You got your own processes, and you think that only you know how to do that. I will tell you that it's not true. Actually, there are many other providers doing that, and we work with many providers, different size, and we also learn from them. So the second option is you can work with us and move much quicker than alone. And this is what I suggest you to do, of course. Again, so this webinar training is for established providers with many thousands of subscribers who are looking for change of their system, and they are not happy with what system brings them, and they are not happy with the maintenance of it and the complex of management. It's also for managers of mid-sized providers and small providers who use different tools and they want to have everything in one. But it's also for startup providers that have around over 100 subscribers and they want to grow quickly and they want to learn things how to make them correctly. So this is, we provide services to all these categories of companies. Let's take a look again on some case studies. So you see, we spoke about companies in New Zealand, Spain, England. There's a company from Middle East, from Libya. So that's a company that is growing very quickly. One of our clients that works with us for several years already, Mohammed, he writes us a lot of comments on forum. You can find on forum his comments. So he is requiring always some kind of feedback on, or he requires further development, and he provides a lot of feedback to us. But he was using the DMA software before started to use SPLYNX, but he was not happy how it doesn't have enough billing features for him. Okay, so there was limited feature set. So and other billings from Europe and US were not good for him because they run on the prepaid scenario and they also have agents. So this is what they used in SPLYNX, and that really helped them to improve their business and grow very quickly. So he's growing every year very well. I see it, and I'm very happy for his business, for him. And he's happy as well. Case study 2, mid-sized provider from South Africa. So the company that was using a commercial software, choosing between DataTil, which is the local provider in South Africa, and our company. And so they found that support and stability of our software was better. So that's why they decided to work with us. So all the initial communication was quick. And when they deploy, they say that they are much more efficient in daily tasks. Support people have immediate access to all client details, and all tickets are locked in one place. No. So everything is in one platform. This is the really great optimization of what they had before and what they had after now. So this, you can compare the difference. And they are happy with working with us for like 2 years already. Smaller company from Italy with hundreds of subscribers. They were using Zima Radius, but it was not good for, they didn't have invoicing. So they wanted to have invoices, and they started to work with us. As a result, in 2 years, they received the ability to have multi-user interface with different permissions for resellers. So people can walk into SPLYNX with different permissions and they see only their clients. And this boosts their new installations. So they supported their resellers, and that was the key to success. So these installers, these resellers, when they got their access, they were able to manage the information. They knew what they have, and they started to connect new people, and that boosted their new installations. So that really helped. And John Powell, there is a LinkedIn proving that this company exists and the person is not fake and the real on the LinkedIn profile. So quick and dirty benefits that we bring. We help you to grow quickly and focus on the right things. Okay, so we improve the overall management of the company. So that is the main thing what we bring to your company. So we are not talking about the features that our software has, but we are talking about the whole process, the whole value added value that we bring to your company. And then as a result, you will become competitive to large telco operators that spend billions and millions into their business. So it's not easy to compete with them. If we as a SPLYNX had to compete with Microsoft or Apple, so that was a nightmare. Fortunately, they do not work in our market, but that was, I cannot even imagine how to compete with these huge guys. You know, and you are competing with these big companies, national, international companies. So what you will get rid of, you'll get rid of many non-connected different tools that you are paying for. And of course, the most important thing, you will get rid of a lot of manual work and tedious jobs, tedious work that is just slowing down your company. And you will get rid of inefficient processes that you have in your company. So as I said, that we are not just a set of features, and I want to say that we are more than a software. This is, everyone uses it now, but this is actually what I like in the Mexican Club in Barcelona. This is their motto, is what you can find on the Camp Nou, and they say that they are Mestre and Club, and we are saying that we are more than a software. What does that mean? It means that we provide one-to-one calls. So if we are deploying the platform, if we are deploying SPLYNX, we do spend a lot of time on that deployment. So that's why now we have 6 people working on really on it full time with our customers and support. And we do have calls. We are now hiring 1 more engineer who will make calls with our clients. We do one-to-one calls. I do one-to-one calls here. You can see the example with one of our clients from New Zealand. And this is my calendar. We have calendars that you can book time with us and have a call with us, discuss what do you need to set up, and we help you there. It's not only about sending the emails and answering on tickets, but answering of tickets is also important, and that's what we are doing. We have a dedicated support department. All these guys in support, they write the tickets. There's not all guys in that video because it's not enough space to place all the videos, but all the cameras. But we analyze each single ticket. So here you can see that we analyze form, content, and timing of all tickets. And one person controls every single week the ticketing answers. And if we have an incorrect resolution of the problem, we find out that this is incorrect. And then we discuss it with my team. And we say, okay, this is not good, guys. We must change it. We must, next time, we must react, and this will not happen anymore. Okay, and then we say, okay, but the support guys say, but I don't know about this feature, how I can resolve it. So then we make a training and we teach this person how to, or other guys, how to respond and how to resolve these issues. This something what you must implement in your business as well. So if you are providing support, is your support good enough? Is the form of your communication with your customer good enough? Of each single ticket. I'm not talking in general your feeling, but can you just measure each single ticket and say this is good enough? Is it the content that you are writing, the resolution of the problem is good enough, or they just fix something and the customer complains again, and like next week he comes back complaining, and the next week he comes back complaining, this is something what is crucial to understand. Is your timing on the resolution good, or it takes you a week to fix the line of the client, or several days, and he's already upset and he just leaves your company and starts working with the other operator? These all things that you should manage and you should track and you should analyze and then improve. We do it and we help you to do this as well. When we install SPLYNX, we do the full deployment assistance. So here you can see some deployments that we were finalizing in September. Not all of them, but just some of them already were there. And we were tracking the progress of each single. So we do track, we use our scheduling and we use our task management to assign tasks to people and to track that deployment is moving forward. We have calls every week analyzing what we did there, and we help our customers to implement the system, to implement the software, and to implement the processes inside their company as soon as possible. 1 month, 2 months, no more. We have knowledge-based docs and webinars community, so we can write on the forum, you can watch the videos. I do a lot of tutorials, we do webinars, and the documentation is huge, though, a lot of documentation of features, and we update continuously this information. So what is the next step for you? If you are still watching this video, then it's good to make a call and get a trial of our software. Just click the button and start beating all these large operators right now. And we will help you to do that, and we'll be super happy if you will succeed. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, just write us on support@splyynx.com or to my personal email, alex@splyynx.com. Stay in touch. Thank you for your time again.